How do we pick the energy up in this department? It seems to be, what can I do? What if Matty does a nudie run? Meryn, look, he's ready. Really love the vlog. Hasn't got the traction of the other ones in terms of the time that it's been up, but I'm pretty sure that's because it's Wednesday. Yeah. I had one of those mornings. One of those? Yeah. Come and have a look at what my day looks like. So that is my day. This is my day. So it's nuts. It's nuts. Starting to feel it. Like I'm now 3.5 weeks in, almost 4 weeks in, no holiday, no break, not even a fucking day off. I had a great sleep last night though.
What is the consequence of me saying certain language to myself? Has anyone even considered that?
I'm a master of business. Whatever you want in your life, I'm a master of persuasion. Construct. I'm a master of sales. Consciously and deliberately, I'm a master of relationships and inspiration.
Killer. That's killer. I reckon that'll go viral.
I like it.
Yeah. Nice one, Sega. How you doing, J-Bone?
Yeah, good. I'm on today.
You're on today?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, there's something about you. Did you have a haircut or something?
Last week I did
Ooh,
Friday.
shit.
Yeah, I'm happy about it.
You got like energy around you, like electricity. It's happening. Today, tomorrow? No, today. You trying to distract me from my burning penis?
Okay. Wow.
Oh, I just rubbed tiger balm on my arm and then I went to the toilet and I forgot and I'm talking to the guys here and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, I just realized I had tiger balm on my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
All right.
Ah, this is awkward. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Why is my doodle burning? It's still burning.
So we get another 3 seats here.
Yep.
For growth, because 3 of these actually fit in this section.
Oh.
That's what it's designed. We can do it.
Do you want to hand film the
Ooh.
okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 21. Zwei.
Stop.
All right.
We're done.
I'm exhausted. Could you tell?
Dude, you performed high, but probably because you were.
Okay.
So you made up for it.
Oh, I think I'm going to pay the price for that. I think I need to meditate. I'm going to meditate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm low on carbs. Tell me there's some peanut butter. Jesus, I swear a lot. I swear way too much. Did Timmy pass on the news about muting the swearing? Just on the vlog, because Noah really likes watching the vlog. And I had to apologise to him no less than maybe 25 times while he watched that vlog yesterday. I also don't want to, I just would like to stop swearing as much. Like it's just...
You've said that a couple times.
I have said that a few times. And it's important that people know, like I do want to stop swearing. They say swearing is a sign of intelligence and honesty. Would I become less intelligent? Would I become less honest? Who knows?
I'm just going to deliver this news to you now, so it's not
Oh,
low
God.
Brief. I was just like putting in final touches for the budget and I kind of want to cry.
No, I'm not surprised. So you got to get better at forecasting because this...
I did the forecasting, I sat down with Marie, I went through the numbers, I said, do you think this is accurate based on the projections for the year? And she said yes. I went back a second time, I confirmed it with her, she said yes.
So who's responsible?
I feel like I did all that I could.
But the thing is, even if you do your very best and you still fail, if it's your failure, it's yours.
No, I know that.
Okay. But when I asked you who owns this, you didn't want to... You own it, but who also fed information to you?
Yeah, because if the forecast was on point, and like even my lowball forecast was on point, then this was going to be the cheapest event we'd had since December 2016. But now it's the most expensive event we've had ever.
By a long shot.
By a bit.
How do we pick the energy up in this department? It seems to be... What can I do? What if Matty does a nudie run? Meryn, he's ready. Meryn, look. He's ready. Hang on. If this doesn't cheer Meryn up, I'm not sure will. Go on.
Kerwin Ray gave me his lunch. I could put this on eBay right now, or I could eat it.
Have some?
We just wanted to talk to you post OG about the energy in the office at the moment, which you kind of manifested one of them for us by just having that chat with Claire, because she's been very up and down the past week.
I think we may have just solved the issue.
Why?
Well, we just had a chat with her.
Okay, is there something I could be aware of?
No, she just had some stuff that she needed to get off her chest. And yeah, she's been comparing herself to you, not just in the EM role, but also in the PA role as well. And I just said, look, the reality is Meryn's doing a better job than you. You just have to deal with that. And not that you are better than her, but you are perhaps in a different state. You know me better. You have better understanding of me, my needs. You anticipate me better, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, and you know, if you're trying to compare yourself, so that's the PA side first and foremost. But plus, and I was straight up, you're juggling a tour and Nissi. Meryn has got K2, so she's not necessarily, she's got more complex, but she's got less stuff on her plate, so it's a lot easier for her to be able to have the breadth to be able to navigate and give me a high level of service. But I was honest, I said, the truth is, Meryn's doing a better job than anyone has so far. That's the truth. I'm not going to hide that. Whatever that brings up for you, that's your stuff. You have to regulate that, you have to find out what that means. On the event side, well, how can you compare yourself to someone who's been in this role for so much longer, who's executed so many more events? So again, it all came back fundamentally to her talk track. She was feeling a certain way and she didn't know why. And I said, well, do you have any idea of what you're suggesting yourself? She said, no. I said, so you've got to develop a level of awareness around what you're actually saying, because what you're saying is producing a feeling. You just think you're feeling something, but you think it's in isolation of your thoughts. They're not. Just find out what you're thinking and you'll see the connection. Sit down, identify what are all the things that you want from this role. Okay, you want to be a master event planner, you want to be a master organisation, you want to be, okay, and start, write those down and start reciting those on a regular basis. At first, it's going to, and I could see her face turning, I was like, and at first, it's going to feel weird. And the reason it's going to feel weird is because they're not your normal thoughts, and your normal thoughts are what's producing these feelings. And I just made it clear, as I made it clear to everyone, these tools aren't just for fucking Facebook, these tools aren't just for Nissi. This shit is what we do. Exactly, this is the laboratory.
It was almost every department. There's just a theme of like, am I a high performer coming up for quite
Beautiful.
a few people.
Yep, that's
Right,
good.
Which is fantastic, but it's manifesting in ways that like it's just
It's coming up in negative ways.
yeah. So
No, it's not. Keep going.
yeah, so this was for us talking it up the chain, and we know that you're aware of it, but looking at an outcome.
So apart from what I've done with Timmy, because I've locked Timmy in like 50 times this week.
Yeah, he's drained as shit.
Yeah, but he's locked in. I don't see that there's any recurring issue apart from him being exhausted because he's working harder than he's ever worked in his life before.
What's coming up for him is the language between you were good, now you're performing at high. And so he's thinking, well, if Kerwin said that I was a high performer, but now he's saying I'm a good performer, I was a good performer, was I never a high performer? Am I even really a high performer now? Because he's been described as a high performer in the past.
Mm-hmm. Did I say I don't hire people who are
You
good
wouldn't
performers?
be here if you weren't a high performer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a lot of over-analysis on this.
There is, but that's why we want to do a reset.
Okay.
She's been working like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every night for 14 days straight because she wants to meet her deadlines, and she's scared that if she doesn't, it's going to mean she's not a high performer.
This is so good.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Boiling pot.
No, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what is high performance? Let me ask you guys, what is high performance about? Okay, so what are we now seeing in Evelyn and Timmy that we didn't see before?
Well, they're actually stepping up and owning
Autonomous behaviour.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the second one?
mastery.
Which involves what?
Yeah, setting to high levels.
No, what does it involve? Mastery. What is mastery? It's the pursuit of what?
Greatness.
Yeah, but what is the key to mastery? Pain. That's how you build grit. That's how you build resilience. You can't become a high performer unless you experience pain for extended periods of time. And you don't experience pain unless you autonomously start to chase something with enough vigor to want. You got to want it. You can't. No one can make anyone a high performer. So I think what's going on right now is perfect. Yes, we need a reset. Okay, so don't freak out. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, that should not be required to be a high performer.
What, pain?
Well, no, her working 4
No,
days
but
straight,
I
5
did.
a.m.
But that's not what I said. Don't
No,
listen. No,
that's
no.
what I'm
Okay,
asking.
but
Yeah.
you're not asking. You're interpreting.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is what they're experiencing right now are the key ingredients to become a high performer, which is learning how to work autonomously, okay, experiencing high levels of pain, because without it, they're not going to develop resilience, they're not going to develop grit. What's going on for you right now? This is bringing up stuff for you.
Well, because we've all been through that journey and it f***ing sucked.
Yeah, but where are you now?
I know, but it just... I would never wish that upon someone else. Like,
What? Why would you not want to? Okay, first of all, let's do the reset, because now you're projecting. Why would you not want someone to go through what you have to get where? Do you think where you are is in a good place in terms of a performance level?
Yes.
And do you see exactly why your journey was required to get you there?
Yeah.
Why would you rob someone? Why would you not want to give someone that?
It's not that. I don't want to rob them of it. Like, I want them to become a high performer. I want them to get
You,
there.
you said,
It's
I
just-
wouldn't wish that on anybody.
No, the pain part of it. Like,
But that's the essential. You're a fucking athlete.
yeah, but it...
Well, imagine a time where you're trying to coach a friend, okay, to become an athlete, and you go, look, I want you to be a great athlete, but the moment it starts hurting, I don't want to wish that on you. Just slow down a little bit.
No. I just get concerned.
I hear you, but this is not about your concern. This is about context. And understand the purpose of pain is to build resilience and to build grit. Is it at a point where it needs to be reset? No question. But I don't want you guys as leaders to miss the fucking lesson here.
Yeah.
Because this is what I've been doing with you guys. I've done this with every fucking person in here, including Marie. There is not one person that has bypassed this situation. It's who I am. And people either step up and they rise to the occasion, or they don't. It's as simple as that. But I can't for a second, Maz, say to anyone, I wouldn't wish that upon you. We are who we are based on our trials and tribulations. If you don't have resistance, you don't build strength. I wish pain upon people, but what I wish more upon people is not the absence of pain, but is the abundance of the skills to be able to deal with it. Does this make sense? Yeah. There's a difference. Trying to avoid pain is the recipe for pain. It's a recipe for disaster. It's the suffering part that is the optional part. I feel what you're saying. Yeah. I'm just not attached to it because I've experienced more fucking pain than almost anyone I know. Physical, mental, psychological, you name it, okay? And it has made me who I am. And I happen to really fucking like who I am. And who I am happens to be a part of an amazing team that is actually right now changing the fucking world. So if someone was to say to me at some point, do you wish, I wish that you would never have to go through the pain, I'd say, I will give you every cent I've got right now just to make sure that I experienced all that pain. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be where I am. You wouldn't be where you are. And you fucking an athlete, you certainly wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for your ability to deal with pain and push through in situations where you wanted to quit.
That's where my concern comes from.
What, the quit?
Yeah. I'm trying to put it out there so that there's an
Dude,
awareness. That
I hear you, and that's why we're having this conversation. Yeah. But what I don't want you to do is to buy into that story that you just brought me, which is I wouldn't wish that on anyone, because that's dangerous in this environment, because that will lead you to trying to enable and protect people from pain that is by virtue, the lesson is required for them to step up. And I would even go as far as to suggest you might be protecting Claire right now in certain situations that is perhaps increasing the length of the pain she's experiencing rather than her just pull the fucking Band-Aid off. Just pull the Band-Aid off. Because we sit there picking at it going, oh, I don't want to hurt you. Oh, I don't want to hurt you. Oh, I don't want to hurt you. God, you're like sitting there going, hell, just pull the fucking thing off. That's what we're talking about. I hear you. This is not about taking someone to a level of quit. Understand stress conditioning is you take people to that point. We now can see certain people at that point. We've reached that point. Now we pull them back. We'll go and we'll do the reset. We'll bring everyone back. But we can't be thinking, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone, because that by virtue, because I promise you, and I've said this, Timmy, like 12 months from now, I'll be sitting there going, I can't believe I used to freak. Eric, do you sometimes look at the video of yourself in the social experiment and go, oh, I can't believe I used to freak out over that shit?
Every day. Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah, just got a bit of anxiety going on at the moment.
You don't even look like the same dude anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I look at those videos like, oh my God, he was pale. He was like a little boy, feeble little boy. Yeah. And now I look at it and I go, here's a confident man, here's a strong man who's learning where his ego plays, but a strong, confident man who in comparison, you don't even physically look like the same person. And I would not in any level want to take that away from you.
But this is what I said to Tim, you get to the point where you think it's about to break and then you come back. And the the journey of regulation.
And what have I been doing with Timmy all week?
Yeah.
Cuddles. Timmy, you're an animal. Cuddles. I have not been pushing him hard. He's autonomously pushing himself. I'm just sitting there cuddling him. Like, seriously, it's all on camera. I have not pushed him hard at all since probably last week. All this week, all I've been doing is sitting back, watching him go, watching him stretch his legs, come back and try, stretch his legs, come, and all I keep doing is come up and cuddling him. It's all right, Timmy. You're amazing, Timmy. You got this, Timmy. I love you, Timmy. How you going, Timmy? What's coming up for you, Timmy? I'm not pushing Timmy at all anymore. Timmy's now pushing himself. If Timmy was a high performer, this would not be hard. This would be easy because this would be who he is. You literally, we're talking about shifting someone's psychology, which is, we're talking in his case, what is he, 21, 22 years? 22 years of programming is now going clunk. That's uncomfortable. That's going to bring up stuff. That's going to raise all sorts of questions and doubts and insecurities. That's the whole point. It's not until we experience that stuff that we actually discover who we are. Because if you don't have your darkest days, you don't know what the great ones feel like, but you don't know what you've got until you're put in a situation where you have to find out. Timmy's finding out what he's got right now, and Timmy's got f***ing plenty. Ev, she's incredible. Like, she is incredible. What she's producing right now is incredible. But again, these guys are autonomously moving forward, and we need situations like this to go, right, they're running to the point of exhaustion, grab the reins, pull them back. Okay, which is what we'll do right now. We'll do it with the whole fucking team. We'll use this as an incredible opportunity to reset everybody. All hands, let's do it. Or maybe not. Oh, there's more.
Well, Evie's gone. Tim's gone.
Oh.
Other people that need to be at the fucking mess.
I'm ready. All right, we'll do it tomorrow. I appreciate you coming to me, I really do. But please understand, like, this is just as much about you guys as it is about them. Because how we interpret this will determine how we behave. And if we see this as a bad thing, we'll want to protect them from the very thing that they need. Like, it's like the caterpillar when he puts himself in a fucking cocoon. True story. In science class, we learnt this the hard way, that if you actually cut, when a caterpillar is trying to get out of its cocoon, if you cut the cocoon away from the caterpillar, the butterfly dies. Because the way that it actually develops is through the struggle. It is the struggle that forces the blood into the wings, that develops the wings so that they can actually spread them and fly. Without the struggle, they don't become a butterfly. They just die. And that's what happens to most people, because they are protected from struggle, and so they end up dying before they're even dead, because they don't know how to stretch their wings, because they never had the struggle that pushed the blood into the parts of their body and their brain and their spirit that was required to fully develop them. Because sometimes we think the only way we can support people is by protecting them from pain, whereas oftentimes the reality is they need to experience the pain in order to develop. This is important. This is the mad lessons. But the biggest lessons aren't out there. The biggest lessons are in here, because you guys are the leaders. We're all f***ed up, it's just the degrees that vary. We all have the ability to regulate stress, there's just the degrees that vary. We're all nice people, it's just the degrees that vary. We're all mean, it's just the degrees that vary. And the expression. This is perfect. Better, this is, for you guys, this is incredible. You seeing what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That was awesome. That's episode 7.
It's a wrap.
Tim was like, hey, can you take the vlog? I'm sure there's nothing's going to happen.
This is going to be the best episode yet. Because oh my God, this is the first time you've cried in like
A day.
To be fair,
Work-related.
work-related, this is the first time you've cried in what, over a year?
Yeah.
Like, over a year. And you're crying about someone else. You weren't even crying about your own stress. You're crying about someone else's stress. But I think that was more the nurture in you coming out.
Yeah.
But we've got to understand love comes in many forms. And sometimes the best way we can love our kid is to let him fall over a couple of times. Let him touch a few hot things. Let him poke himself with something sharp, you know. Eat dirt, eat dog shit, you know, just... It's perfect. It's all perfect. But thank you guys. Thank you for bringing this to me. Yeah, look, it's all perfect.
Just hard.
Oh, you almost had it?
Double. I had it, and he couldn't find his card. I was sat there for 2 minutes of him going like this. And it was, Jack could tell it was genuine that he couldn't find it. And I was just like...
No! That's cold, mate. I knew it was coming. Told you it was coming. Oh, I'm out of here. I need to get home. I need to get back to my son. I have been a bit harsh this week. I And again, it's when I'm tired. When I'm tired, it brings out a sharper edge. Mate, just in case it didn't land with you yesterday, that was a killer piece of content.
Yeah, cheers.
I don't want you to feel like you've got anything to prove. Like at this point, just feel your way around. Conditioning takes time, you know?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. No,
Well done, mate. Claire, I'm disappointed in you. Good to see you smiling.
Thank you.
I bring this vibe. This is the vibe we all love.
I know.
We hate that other vibe.
I fucking hate that other vibe.
You're safe, you're in good hands.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Thanks, man. Order pizza for everyone. I'm just getting Matthias to order some pizzas for everyone if you guys are going to hang around. So you guys have been working hard, so. All right, see you kids.
The only reason I'm still working for Kerwin is the free pizza.
La familia! La pizza, la mejor.
Yeah, for Matthias.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
me.
mate. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
See ya.